Okay, so today we're doing the percent proportion, and this is a special formula that we will use to help us find the percent of certain numbers. So here is what the formula looks like. Part over base, or total, equals percent over, what do we always use when we're talking about percents? What number?
100.
100, good. Okay, so if it asks us to find the percent, this is how we're going to do it. We highlighted our formula because it's very important. We're going to use it a lot. And this problem says find the percent. 7 is what percent of 10?
17.
So,
70.
7, I hear some guesses.
77.
7 is the part, okay? Because 7 is part of the whole number. So my 7 is going to go on top because it's the part. And then my 10 is the base because it's 7 out of 10. So that's my base. It's going to go on the bottom. And it's asking us what percent. So whatever part it's asking us for, we're going to use a variable for that number. And then we're going to always have 100 on the bottom on this side. Okay? Another way to remember this formula, and I want to erase this so you don't think it's a negative. Another way to remember this formula is, I'll show you. It's a little shortcut trick that I like to use. And it's called is over of equals percent over 100. All right, because do you see how we had 7 is, that's the is part, so I put it on top of my formula. And then of 10, the of is on the bottom, so I put the 10 on the bottom. So this is kind of like a little cheat formula to help you with the word problems. All right, so you might want to highlight that one as well. I'm going to make it pink. All right, so we're going to move on and we're going to solve this problem. Remember, when we used to solve proportions, what did we have to do? When we had a problem like this, what did we do to solve it?
Times.
Yes, we drew that x, we cross-multiplied, okay? So 7 times 100 is how much?
700.
Yep. And 10 times x is how much? 10x. And then we divide by whatever's next to the variable. So what is 700 divided by 10? Okay, I don't know why I stopped recording, but I did, so I don't know what you missed. Sorry. But anyway, we set up the proportion, we cross-multiplied, and 700 divided by 10 equals 70. So 7 is 70% of 10. And that's our final answer. Now we're going to find the part. So for this one, now we're going to find the part. The part is missing. So if we look back at our formula, and I know I'm always going to have 100 on the bottom on that side, so I'd go ahead and write that down. But if we look back at our formula, the part is the top number on that side, or our is. Okay, so it says what number is. So I already know that I don't know what the is. That was funny. So I'm going to put an X for the is. 70%. Where would my 70 go if it stands for the percent? Where does the percent go? On top of the 100. So 70 goes there because it has a percent sign. And then of 10. Remember, my of is the denominator on this side.
Wait, is that answer 0.70?
So I'm going to put the 10 on this side. Bella keeps trying to guess the answer. Okay, she's getting warmer.
Ooh.
But you haven't hit it yet. Okay, so now, again, it's a proportion, so we're going to cross multiply. What is 100 times x?
100.
100x. And what is 10 times 70?
700.
700. Now I'm going to divide by whatever's next to the x. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other.
Is it 7.00?
Yes. Otherwise known as 700 divided by 100, 7. So what number is? The number is 7. Nice work. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is find the base. So this time I know the base is missing. Look at the formula. The base is at the bottom this time. So I'm going to put my variable down there at the bottom this time.
What'd you do?
So I'm going to put my x down there. And it says 6 is... So 6 is next to is. Where does the is go?
The is goes right next to the other word.
It goes on top of our first fraction.
Yeah.
And then the percent goes on top of the 100. What percent is it? 15. Good. Now, how do I solve it? Cross multiply.
Is it 90 or is it 9?
6 times 100 is 600.
It's not 90.
15 times x is 15x. And then we're going to divide both sides by whatever's next to the variable.
Wait, it's 96.
So 600 divided by 15 is
First time.
90.
It's not.
600 divided by 15 is 90.
No. You said
So,
96.
okay, so x equals 90. That means what number is 90? Okay, and let's do a couple more examples from the book, and then we'll move on. Okay, so here's our examples from page 218. We're going to do 3 examples. And remember, I wrote our little formula right here, so I don't have to keep going back to the top of my page. This is how we're going to plug things in. So all we have to figure out is the is and the of, and we just plug it in. So every time you're going to have these 2 fraction bars. 100 is always going to be in the denominator on the right side. So on this problem, I see 70 is. So that's my is number. What percent? We don't know the percent this time, so I'm going to use my x right there. Of 280. There's my of number.
35.
What? So now we're going to cross multiply. Bella already did the work. 280x equals 7,000. Okay. And then we'll divide by 280. And that is 35 or 25?
No, it's 25.
25. You were just trying to see if I was paying attention?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I wasn't. Okay, so 25% is our answer, and they were asking for percent, so I know I found the right thing. For the 100, 60. Okay, we just talked it out and figured out where each number goes. Cameron noticed there's no is, so is our x number this time. And now we will cross multiply and see what we get.
Oh, it's 69.
So I get 100x equals 540.
I know the answer.
Okay, I had to check my math. It's 5,400, and then we're going to divide both sides by 100.
That would equal 54.
That equals 54. So our is number is 54. Okay, so we set it up. 150 over x equals 60 over 100. And we are going to cross multiply now. And we're going to get 15000 equals 60x. Okay, I was just checking my math again, and I got it right. And so we're going to divide both sides by whatever's next to the x. And x equals how much, Bella?
X equals 250.
250 is our of number this time for our base. Okay? And that is all for today, so let me know if you have any questions.